I describe today's events? Well, one, very entertaining, and two, we got a bunch of news to talk about. How's it going, you guys? This is Spidey64 here again. Hope you're all having a good evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So yeah, we're here basically to talk about two big news that came out today, and that is, so first up, we're going to talk about Daniel Hemric going to the 31 car next year, and Ryan Preece going to the 47. So let's talk about it. Just need to drink some a little bit of Gatorade there because I just did some exercise a little bit ago. And yeah, Twitter is going freaking crazy as always. But yeah, anyways. So first up, we're here to talk about, I feel like something that I want to talk about because I actually really like this driver a lot. That is Richard Childress promotes Daniel Hemric to the Monster Energy Series number 31 ride. So let's go ahead and read this article and let's see what's going on. Richard Childress Racing stayed in house to fill the vans on its number 31 Chevrolet in the Monster Energy Nascar Cup Series, tabbing Daniel Hemric to man this seat beginning in 2019. So basically, in short, Daniel Hemric is going to be driving the number 31 car next year. And so, yeah, Richard Childress Racing promoted a new driver. And let's go ahead and see what, and I'm going to talk about my opinions on it. So first up, I'll first give my opinions on Daniel Hemric. First up, Daniel Hemric, he is a really good driver. He is very talented. Very, very talented. I mean, I think he's one of my favorite Xfinity drivers. I would be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like I said, the kid, he's really, really talented, and he's proven it. He has proven it. He's proven it. I mean, this kid. I know he hasn't won a race or anything like that, but hey, he's really, really, he's really good. You know, even in the Xfinity series, he is just really good. Really, for once, Richard Childress Racing saw potential in a young driver, and it isn't his freaking grandson. And one, he's actually talented. So, yeah. So, RC, you picked out a really good driver. So, yeah, like I said, now overall, my thoughts and opinions on this is that at first I feel like kind of too early. A little bit. But, I mean, you know what? If Hemric, Hemric, I feel like has kind of proven himself already. The only thing that he needs to do now is go ahead and get a win in the Xfinity Series before he goes away from that series and heads up into the Monster Energy Cup Series. So, yeah, Hemric, I'll be watching you at Auto Club. So yeah, and also, by the way, Daniel Hemric is going to be in the race this weekend for the Charlotte Roval 400, or the Bank of America Roval 400, and he qualified, I think, 11th. Talent, that's some pure talent right there. Pure talent right there, taking a very crappy car that used to be probably Paul Menard's car and taking it to great success. So yeah. So basically, how well do I think Daniel Hemric will do in the number 31 car for next year? I think, okay, here's the deal. I don't really think he'll win a race, but I feel like he's gonna do. But hey, we need to let this guy learn. We need to let him learn. Because, he may not adjust to the Cup car really easily. He may get a really lucky, maybe top 5 finish. Like, maybe in the Daytona 500, or he survives the Daytona or the Talladega races next year. But, RC, let this kid learn. And then eventually in the next couple of years, maybe your team will be back up to maybe winning races, because there's a lot of talent in RCR right now going into next year. You have You have Austin Dillon, who's obviously won races before, even though some of them people can say only fuel mileage. Only fuel mileage. Dump Eric Almirola for the win at Daytona. I mean, Austin Dillon, he has talent. He has talent. I mean, he's just in not a good car right now. And Daniel Hemric, he has talent, but he's driving for one of the like teams that used to be that used to be good in NASCAR, but now they're not anymore. Plus, I mean, the car owner of the whole entire team gave his grandson the biggest number in NASCAR. And his other and basically kicked out and basically his other grandson Casey kicked out Casey Mears so he could be in the 13. I'm talking about Ty Dillon. So yeah. So thank goodness that Ty Dillon's not going to be in the 31. But what do you guys think of Hemric going to the 31? I think it's a pretty good move. I don't expect Hemric to win races, but I expect him to be a good learner. Better than me. Okay, so yeah, on to the next topic. So now let's talk about another driver who has been promoted to the Cup Series. Ryan Preece earns full-time Monster Energy Series ride with JTD Dory Racing. So yeah, it's just been announced today that, basically, let's go here. JTD Dory Racing announced Friday that Ryan Preece will drive the team's number 47 Chevrolet next year in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Preece, who made his mark as a decorated champion in the NASCAR 1 Modified Tour, will succeed A.J. Allmendinger's number 47 team's driver the last 5 seasons. Allmendinger scored a breakthrough Premier Series victory for himself in JTD Dory at Watkins Glen in 2014. The team announced September 25th that Allmendinger will now return in 2019. So yeah, basically you just heard it right there that Ryan Preece will be in the 47 for next year. And there were rumors, and the rumors were true. So yeah, reliable news source than NASCAR on Reddit. Freaking cancerous freaking kids on that site. But anyways, so yeah, first up, let's just go over. So yeah, I'm gonna go over my opinion on Ryan Preece. So first up, Ryan Preece. He is a good driver. I know if he gets dumped, I know, he is a really good driver. Ryan Preece, there is no doubt about it. I mean, he can succeed a lot in NASCAR and stuff like that. I'm surprised that, now the one thing that kind of surprises me, and that is, like, Ryan Preece, he didn't get that much time in the Xfinity Series. I'm really honest with you. He didn't have that many, he didn't have that many, he doesn't compete full-time in the Xfinity Series. I mean, he's ran a couple races for Joe Gibbs Racing. And don't get me wrong, he has proven himself by winning races and stuff like that, and almost getting the shit kick out of him by Elliott Sadler for costing him a championship. I'm not going to talk about that. So yeah, basically, yeah, that happened. And I mean, I'm kind of confused why they picked Ryan Preece. I mean, he's a good, don't get me wrong, good driver. But is it a bit too early? I'm not so sure. I mean, he hasn't had a full-time, Xfinity ride or anything like that, But, I don't know. I mean, if the team really thinks that he can do really good, then, okay then. Now, to me, there's something that kind of confuses me. And that is, one, JTD Dory Racing, Ryan Preece, he's a Toyota driver, basically. And next year, he's going to be driving a Chevy, so I don't know if he, I don't know. You know the whole thing with Richard Petty Motorsports, how they said that Bubba Wallace is going to drive a Ford for this year, but they then just switched to a Chevy. I feel like that maybe JTD Doyle Racing could be switching to Toyota, maybe, with a Joe Gibbs Racing Alliance, because Ryan Preece knows Joe Gibbs Racing, and so they could use the Joe Gibbs Racing Alliance, and I feel like that a lot of these smaller teams are probably going to be going to Toyota, like what's the other team, oh yeah, Levine Family Racing, which they have not announced their driver yet for next year. But yeah, like I said, I mean, a lot of these smaller teams could be going to Toyota, because when you really think about it, next year there won't be any. There won't be there will be only one Toyota. As of we know right now, there'll be only one Toyota team in NASCAR next year. That's Joe Gibbs Racing, the only competitive one, not like the back markers, like BK Racing, which I don't expect them to run next year, honestly. And my dog is barking at this stupid lady that's screaming outside. Ridiculous. Shut up. God, bully bitch. But anyways, yeah. So this is a good move. It's 50-50. Yeah, 50-50. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of young. I mean, God dang it, this is too. I mean, why is this too? I didn't want cars to become reality again. Last year it was so much, but now it's just gotten crazier and crazier. Like, imagine, like, in the next couple of weeks, it's just announced that Jimmy Johnson will retire. If that happens, I'm gonna cry. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this NASCAR news discussion video. Tell me in the comments, what do you think of Hemric to the 31 and Preece to the 47? And I'm glad that I'm actually talking to you guys about some news that broke out, because yes, yesterday was just pure craziness, and we weren't even on the track at Charlotte yet. And I will make a video later discussing about qualifying. I'm gonna discuss about qualifying, and stuff like that. And basically, here's the schedule for the whole weekend. So on Sunday, expect a review of the Russian Grand Prix for the Formula 1 race, and then the Cup race. Which you'll expect a review of that soon. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.